celebrity cooks have baked, boiled and battled their way to the semi-final. Tonight, Angus, Yvonne, David and Maya will fight it out. Only 3 can survive.
I can't believe that I got to the semi-final. It's unbelievable.
There's no holding back now.
Just one challenge stands between them and the Celebrity Masterchef final.
I can't believe that I've been responsible for some of the plates of food that have gone down in front of Nick and Dylan.
I now have confidence in myself to trust my own palate where I never trusted it before.
Standing between these cooks and the Celebrity Masterchef title, Michelin star chef and restaurateur Dylan McGrath and restaurateur Nick Mounier.
Look, 3 have got to move on. 1 is not strong enough. Somebody's got to go today.
This is the ultimate in pressure cooking. Who will make it to the final of Celebrity Masterchef?
We started this competition with 8 celebrity cooks. Now we are down to 4.
Yeah, Nick, I think at this stage, the only thing that stands between these 4 and the final is one great dish.
I think this cook-off's going to be very exciting. Let's get them in.
Okay.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
You are the best 4 cooks in this competition.
Today, we want one dish that demonstrates your knowledge, your ambition, and your true love of food.
We want you to be inspired. So show us what you have learned in this competition.
We're providing you with some amazing ingredients. And you have 1.5 hours to cook and present a dish.
At the end of this cook-off, unfortunately, one of you will be going home. So the very best of luck from the both of us.
Please go to the pantry now and select your ingredients.
They can make any dish from the ingredients provided.
Every day that I stay in, I feel that I have more to prove. It's almost like, you know, you see those nature programs and baby animals are kind of getting less and less cautious. And I feel like every day I'm getting less cautious and more adventurous.
Can't leave him there.
We had a choice of fresh ingredients, in-season asparagus, things like that, so I wanted to try and put it on a plate altogether. OK, I could have went out there and I could have went for an extravagance and really pushed the boat out, particularly after the last task. But, you know, I think in food, if you can just get good ingredients and cook them right, that's the important thing.
I think a lot of them just stood out to me straight away, and they're ingredients and flavours that I love. So when you're in doubt of what's going to please the judges, I suppose you have to try and please yourself and hope they like it.
I was really nervous and kind of saying, oh God, you know, I'm really going to mess up so badly here today. Went up the thing and I was looking at all the ingredients, and the fact that there are so many ingredients actually is much, much harder. When there are fewer, it's easier to focus. I was going to go for meat first, and then I decided, no, go for fish. And then I was saying, what am I going to do? And then I just started on, decided, okay, I'll try and see if I could do something Asian.
Coming into the competition, I was a bit afraid to kind of deviate from the foods that I knew. But as this kind of went on, we've had to develop and we've had to use new foods. I've got a little bit more confidence.
So has their confidence and experience grown enough to deliver a spectacular dish worthy of a place in the final?
We know you can do this, so cook us something extraordinary.
We want you to impress us. Your 1.5 hours starts now.
I got to the semi-final. I can't believe that I got to the semi-final. It's unbelievable. You know, we all came into this and everyone thought, oh, we'll be out the first week, the second week. So to progress like that was just a really big buzz.
Today's a big one, I think, for me. Last week put me on edge for this week, so I'm here today to try and pull something out of the bag.
Tell us, what are we doing?
It's like a salad, it's a scallop salad. We've got two types of bacon, put them in the grill pan as well, so add a bit of flavour. And then I'll have the rocket, asparagus, cherry tomatoes, blanched asparagus with mint and butter.
Okay, well, peas and asparagus and mint and ham and scallops and all should go together.
So I think the key is just to get the scallops spot on.
Okay.
Have you cooked scallops before?
I have cooked scallop before, not too often. So that's the nervous part of this dish.
I think you should be able to pull this off today. Man, thanks, Dave.
I just want to impress.
One man who did impress at last week's restaurant service is Angus. Today he hopes his Asian seafood broth will clinch his place in the final.
So I'm just doing all my stock and shells and fish heads and things like that to make the stock.
Your confidence was being given a boost from the restaurant service, surely?
Yeah, I mean, it was a huge boost, I suppose, but also it kind of puts on pressure too, because
It's massive.
it's kind of, yeah, I've got to not only stay at this level, but also keep trying to push myself even further. And, you know, that's hard. You know, it's become harder and harder to keep pushing the boat out all the time to try and achieve something else.
For me, it sounds as if he's trying to replicate his chowder Asian style.
Yeah, lemongrass, lime, ginger, all of these flavors we know are Thai cornerstones.
Influence, yeah.
We know that these flavors work together. So effectively, it's a bit safe. If he pulls it off, it was a good choice. He's through to the next round. That's strategically smart. But if it falls off the page, he really has messed up.
Cooking your own dish is, for me, a bigger deal because you're actually putting this on the table saying, this is me. You know, I've worked on this. This is one of my signature dishes. And I'm really, really hoping that I don't mess this up today. The competition is so stiff. You know, this is make or break.
So, Yvonne, tell me, what are you doing today?
Okay, I'm going to do some chicken
Right.
stuffed with all these roasted vegetables. I've got sweet and sour, so I've got some pineapple in there too, some chili. Then I'm going to make a sauce out of half the ingredients with some fennel and balsamic vinegar, so it's a nice sweet and sour sauce.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but the vegetables will be roasted first.
Okay, so you're going to put these roasted vegetables inside the chicken and then roll it like a ballantine
Yeah, and then afterwards I'm just going to maybe pan fry it just to give
to
some
crisp
colour.
up the skin.
Yeah.
Because I take it this is a main course. Have you
then
chosen
it
a
is.
starch?
Yes, well, I think what I'm going to do is do some gratin potatoes, and then I'm going to do an avocado salad.
Avocado salad.
It's like the ingredients to a guacamole, but it's like a salad.
Okay. And you think this will all work together?
I think so.
You need to get the vision clear
Yes.
so you don't run into trouble.
Okay.
This seems like as if Yvonne's idea of cooking something interesting is doing a load of crazy techniques that aren't really relevant. You know, it doesn't sound like a dish. It's kind of, I don't know, it sounds like barbecue food. Okay, talk to me.
I saw lobster. I've never cooked lobster before, but I
Yeah.
have done langoustine.
Okay.
I love risotto. I know I can do a good risotto and make it nice and al dente, but to make it a really wow dish, I thought I'm going to try and make a lobster stock the way I have done in the past with langoustine shells and heads and things.
How are you going to get the lobster out of the shell?
The same way, I'm going to treat it like a giant prawn.
Okay, cool. Good luck. Sounds gorgeous.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maya.
Ew, that's pretty.
One mistake and it could all end in disaster. Can they cut it when the pressure is really on? Yvonne is working flat out, but soon runs into trouble trying to flatten out her chicken breasts.
So I haven't done that poached chicken thing before.
Right.
When I flatten the chicken out, do I have to cut it in half, like make it really thin, or just flatten the fillet chicken?
Take a rolling pin, put cling film on it, try and bat it out a little bit.
Okay, and then put my
Yeah, and then put your mix in the middle of it, and
Roll
then
it up.
fold it.
Put
I
the
would
cling
be
film
concerned
around.
whether or not that is going to stay in the middle of the chicken.
It'll fall apart.
Will it not stay and then you cut it?
No, because there's nothing to stick it together. You're talking about
Or a
protein.
bit of egg or something.
Egg won't stick it together.
It's all soft, you see.
It's just going to all fall apart.
Okay. OK, well then I'm just going to have to pan fry the chicken and do the veg inside.
Can't keep the skin on it and crisp it up and give me a breast of chicken.
Just put the skin in.
You just put the skin in the
Can you take
bin.
the skin out of the bin?
Take another one.
Yeah, take another one. Exactly. Bingo. Do it again. There's nothing wrong with that.
Struggling to hold her chicken dish together, it's back to the chopping board for Yvonne.
I have made some changes and tweaks, which are now starting to panic me a little bit, but there's no going back. I have to commit.
I think this is a chance to show how we've developed since the very first task. It was important to show them that we've all grown, and I tried to do that today. Put on a plate what you think is the best you can do.
One of the biggest things I've learned over the last couple of weeks has been to get flavour into food. I think my own dishes that I do for myself, I'd be really, really stringent on, you know, the amount of butter, the amount of oil, salt, things like that. Obviously, from the whole health perspective, I wouldn't really incorporate those foods into my diet. Whereas I think what I've learned now is how to get taste into food. You have to put like butter, oil, salt, pepper, seasoning, all these little things that I would never have like tapped into before.
So tell me this, chosen noodles, is it?
I decided that I was going to just leave out any of the noodles, that I'll just serve it in a bowl on its own.
Remember, you're up against everybody else. There's three other contestants. They're all finishing at the same time, so make sure you cook us something that holds.
Yeah. I'd never done a seafood Asian broth before, so it was totally from scratch, blind, just hopefully, yeah, this will work. But I believe I can do things. I know my weaknesses, and I know that those weaknesses will be challenged, whatever is going to happen. So, you know, you can be optimistic, but you've got to be focused and be prepared to show that you can push through that and do the work. When people talk about confidence and cockiness, you know, and they're two totally different things.
Look, he's continually tasting his work. All he's doing all the way through is lifting it, tasting it, working, thinking about it, which is good work.
Which is good work, yeah, totally.
Something's cooking in the kitchen. Me, not the food, I'm cooking.
Okay, guys, 1 hour in, a half an hour left.
Sugar. Sugar, sugar, sugar.
How did you feel from the restaurant service? Do you feel confident now? That's a good feedback?
Found it enormously stressful. I guess that's what we learned, that it doesn't matter what happens in the kitchen as long as a good plate of food goes out.
Exactly.
They don't know if you cut your finger off or burn yourself or burn caramel twice.
Well, they just don't care, do they?
Yeah, no, not at all. So, yeah, I was surprised. It's hard to get over that when you make those sort of mistakes more than once. The Masterchef machine is exhausting, and it is like a machine. You wake up on day one and you get on this treadmill and it keeps moving and it starts moving faster and faster, and you realise if I don't keep running, I am just going to fly off and hit my head off the wall. So it's taken over our lives for the last 5 weeks. And one by one, as people have left, we can see that they're so deflated when they leave in a way that none of us thought we would be. So I'm not looking forward to the day that it's over for me, because I know I'm going to feel so odd and low. Oh. Onions.
The penny has dropped. I believe she pulls this off today. This could be a real winning dish. Hopefully what we have is a soupy risotto that's light, that's not overcooked, that falls into the bowl, so it's not standing too stodgy or too heavy. It sounds like the dish I'm most looking forward to tasting today.
Let's hope she doesn't cook the risotto like she did her caramel then. So, are you feeling good?
Yeah, just getting to that crazy time.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my scallops on, and that's the main thing. I've got to get the scallops right. If I don't get the scallops right,
It's keeping you fit anyway, isn't it?
it is keeping me fit. I think the stress alone. Trying to keep you boys happy.
Oh, Maya, now you're working like a little piggy, yeah? We're nearly finished.
I know, I hadn't. Oh, I was so tidy on previous days.
I'm just working on my sauce. It's a sweet and sour sauce made from my roasted vegetables. It's going to go over a leg of chicken with some avocado salad and the gratin potatoes. I'm concerned I haven't got much time left and I want to get it on the plate in time.
Okay, guys. 5 minutes and you're done.
Shit.
5 minutes left.
Suddenly, David's scallops are in trouble.
Shit. That pan's crap.
Coming up on Celebrity Masterchef.
That's it, guys. Time is not good enough. Not at this level. You three have reached the final.
Tomorrow, you will be flying to Dubai.
Proud sponsor of Celebrity Masterchef Ireland.
It's the semi-final of Celebrity Masterchef. Maya, Angus, Yvonne and David have been challenged to prepare a dish of their choosing, worthy of a place in the final. At the last moment, disaster for David.
That pan's crap. I couldn't believe I burnt the scallops. I didn't put enough oil in the pan. At one stage I had loads of time. I was like, yeah, I have everything ready. And then suddenly, just the wheels fell off. I put on another batch. I wasn't going to settle for second best and send out burnt scallops.
Okay, guys, you have to start thinking about plating up.
I don't know if they're cooked.
That's it, guys. Time. Finished. Finished. Stand away from the plates. Stand away from the bench.
Maya, if you're ready, will you please present your dish?
It's anyone's at this stage. It's anyone's. Voila.
Merci.
Everyone else's dishes looked nicer than mine, but I'm hoping they'll be impressed with the fact that I took a whole lobster, used every last bit of it, within 90 minutes made a stock, and got something tasty on the plate.
Maya?
I've made you a lobster and sunflower risotto with a poached lobster tail and a little sauce, which is white wine, cream, a bit of the stock, and a little touch of brandy and lemon.
Are you happy with the risotto?
Yeah, I think it possibly could have been a little bit more liquidy, but
I would find that too stodgy, okay? I just find it is like a thick rice pudding.
I love lobster. It's definitely one of the most noble of all the shellfish. I love that you made the full use of the lobster, and that was to take the bones and make a stock. The depth is there. As Nick says, the only thing that's let you down here is ultimately the stodginess of the risotto. At home, it's fine.
yeah.
But other than that, you have chosen something that is light and it accentuates the lobster, makes it taste better. Good job.
Thank you.
They say it's not a matter of opinion. I quite like it like that. It's like your mum's lasagna versus someone else's mum's lasagna, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, they say it in a restaurant, that would not be acceptable, so I have to take that as fact.
Okay, Angus.
From the pantry of ingredients, Angus chose an Asian seafood broth. But is he just playing safe?
A lot of people will rely on a competition on Asian flavors and hope that it gets them out of jail free. Very often it comes in the form of a curry, especially with coconut milk. Having watched you work from the early stages of the fish stock. Every single stage you continually tasted and brought it to what it is now, which is a really beautiful, balanced broth. The fish is cooked perfectly. A professional chef couldn't cook the fish any better. You know when to apply heat, you know when to apply flavor, you know at what stage. I don't know where you learned it, but I can't doubt the fact that it's been cooked with brilliance.
Wow, the textures you've got in there are exceptional. Each mouthful tells you a different story. The bursts of flavors on the palate are just wonderful. To bring all those elements together and bring the flavors from the pan to the dish, well done. Well done. It's brilliant.
Well done, buddy.
It's brilliant.
That's the dish of the competition so
Well
far.
done. Yeah.
Well done.
Should be very proud.
Oh my God, I'm blown away. I actually was getting quite emotional actually standing there when they were just saying all those things. Oh my God.
David, if you'd like to present your dish, please.
I don't know if that was a comeback. My presentation completely went out the window.
David's hopes rest on his troubled dish of scallop salad with pancetta, mint butter, asparagus, peas, tomatoes and parmesan.
How are you feeling?
Bit down.
Bit down.
Yeah. I'm not proud of that dish, to be honest.
It's a lovely flavour. The crispiness of the pancetta, the bacon, the lettuce, the rocket, the parmesan, all those components work really well together. So you have redeemed yourself from your bad experience in the restaurant service. No easy feat, let's face it.
A number of chefs, even professional chefs, would probably try and serve those burnt scallops. You didn't. You chose to stop what you're doing, re-prep new ones, keep the pan hot, and even though you had about, a minute left, you chose to put them in the pan and cook them again. That's called discipline and drive, and that's part of you. That's your instinct, that's your better nature, and that's why you're competitive and probably successful in your own field. Yes, the presentation did suffer a little bit. If I'd have been eating burnt scallops right now, we'd have had a very different conversation. What I will say is that I think you've got more inside you. Yes, you are better than that plate of food.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, David.
Just didn't think I'd done enough. I'm actually kind of like, how did they find any positive in it? But maybe I've just been a bit harsh on myself.
The final celebrity cook hoping to make it to the top 3 is Yvonne, with chicken, roasted vegetables, gratin potatoes and a guacamole salad.
The chicken is cooked well. There is some moisture in it, even though it's rested now. The skin could be a little bit crispier.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of the pineapple. I don't think it belongs on there. I see what you're doing. However, as a dish, I don't think that it marries. It lacks a kind of a, well, one, it lacks seasoning. You know, you've got to work, and I've said it to you all the way through the competition, you've got to keep seasoning as you go.
Okay.
Does it make sense in what I'm saying? Can you taste where it needs seasoning?
I do. I did taste everything, and for me, there probably is enough, but I respect the fact that you don't think there is. It's not good when they have to remind you of something that they've already told you. And he has told me that before, so that's my fault.
I like it.
Good.
I do like it, I have to say, because boulangère potatoes have a nice balance. There's nice flavouring with the garlic for it. Yeah, it could add a bit more salt, as you know. But I do like the pineapple, and the sauce is a nice shine to it. It's not too thick. Has nice moisture in it. The avocado, I'm not too sure really if it's needed on the dish, but I love this potato. You are progressing. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah. Dylan's comments weren't very positive. I think that may have been the last meal I'll cook on Masterchef.
It's been an exciting cook-off, I think, because it sort of taught us more things today, I think.
Today was open season. Today there was lobster, beef,
Amazing.
prawns, langoustine, spider crab. I mean, it was all there.
We had A-class
Chicken breast and pineapple and peppers is not good enough. Not at this level.
Basically, she got herself confused with poaching the chicken. And if she'd done rolling it and stuff,
Oh, well, I tried to prevent her from doing that.
No, but will it be more of a MasterChef dish?
No.
No, I'm just saying,
The
like,
same ingredients. Look, 3 have got to move on. 1 is not strong enough.
this is what the hardest part for us is, that no one really does deserve to go home.
Somebody's got to go today, based on all the information that we've seen, based on every dish, based on the performance today.
I mean, still to reach the last 4.
You think Yvonne has more?
See, I think it's a question of time for us.
Give her the rules and you put them in front of her. She'll come out top.
Yeah.
And that's what happened in the pastry task. David didn't work within his means. He didn't get it right.
But I think what happens to him is that he overthinks everything, and that's where you run into problems. So should we then debate Maya's dish then? Because
ultimately, both of us would both agree risotto should be light, really soupy. In a restaurant, that would be not acceptable. They've all progressed, they've all advanced. It really is a case of trying to understand, just potentially, does somebody have the ability to develop further? We've got to ask ourselves today, relationship with food, the love of ingredients.
today we gave you the best produce that Ireland has to offer. And we asked you to create a dish that best demonstrated your ability and passion for food.
The ingredients you chose showed us how you developed over the last couple of weeks.
It was a very difficult decision to make, but we have decided that the next person to leave the MasterChef kitchen is... Yvonne.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yvonne.
Thanks, Yvonne.
Thanks, Yvonne.
That was absolutely the right result. I don't think there's any other decision they could have come up with. The 3 best people are going. It's not meant to be, and that's okay.
I cannot believe it. I was convinced when Nick was going to say the word, he just kind of held off a bit. And in my head, I was hearing, David, David, David. I'm chuffed to bits.
I think I would have felt awful if I went last week. I did so badly. I was so disappointed in myself. But I'm proud of myself today. Got to the semi-final. I was really looking forward to it, and it wasn't a disappointment. It was hard work. We were tired. We're all tired. But it was a fantastic opportunity. I've learned so much. I feel privileged to have been involved.
And then there were 3.
So, congratulations. You 3, Angus, Maya, and David, have reached the final of Celebrity MasterChef. Well done.
Thank you. Well done. Tomorrow, you will be flying to the fastest growing and most dynamic cities in the world, Dubai.
Upon landing, you will immediately face the first task of the final.
So go home, get some sleep, and we will see you in Dubai. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks.
Well done.
Well done.
Dubai.
I know.
What the hell are we going to be doing over there?
I'm just really excited.
It's ludicrous. It's the closest thing to feeling like a kid